Hey, welcome back to the program. Show's called Your Money or Wealth. Go to yourmoneyorwealth.com. Click on Ask Joe and Al, and we'll answer your question right here on the air. On the air. I wanted to say on the Al.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing.
I don't know either. Let's go to our next question.
Hello, YMYW team. Johnny G calling back in from somewhere in Iowa. I still drive my 2016 Ford Fusion now that it's too cold to drive my motorcycle, which is a Honda Shadow 1100. And drink of choice is tequila on the rocks these days, preferably some Casamigos. Quick overview before getting into my questions. I'm 27 and single. I got $58,000 in my Roth, $40,000 in my simple IRA, $30,000 in my HSA, and $44,000 in my brokerage. I'm a couple years into starting my small business, and due to depreciation and putting most of my income back into the business and living off the savings, I'll be keeping myself in the 12% tax bracket this year, as well as 2022. But then from 2023 on, I see myself probably being in the 24% or higher. But this year, trying to keep myself at the top of the 12, actually a little lower than the top of the 12 after the standard deduction, because I see the ACA ledge appears to be at $51,500. So I want to stay below that. And so after my salary, plus already locked in capital gains, and then maxing out my simple IRA and my SHA contributions, that leaves me with about $34,000 of space to that ACA ledge. So my question is, what do you see as a better use for that $34,000? I could convert almost my entire simple IRA into my Roth IRA, paying the 12% on that $34,000 conversion. But then obviously that's in there to grow tax-free for the next 4 to 5 decades for me. Or wondering if you think I should lock in some capital gains on my brokerage account and get the step up in basis and pay 0% since I'm in the 12% bracket on those capital gains. This is because of that $44,000 in my brokerage account, it's mainly cryptocurrency, and it has a cost basis of about $9,000. Seen some pretty good gains over the past couple of years, obviously. They are long-term gains, so they would be at 0% capital gains while in the 12% bracket. I do like my crypto holdings for the long term, so I would be purchasing them right back after selling them and just taking the step up in basis and not paying taxes on it. And because based off of my readings, there's no wash sale rule for cryptocurrency yet. So just wondering what you guys think I should do. Like I said, I'll have 2021 and 2022 in the 12% bracket before popping up to probably the 20, straight past the 22 and into the 24% in the year.
And then that's where my voicemail cut him off.
Got it.
Okay.
Wow. This dude's legit. Johnny G, man.
Got some smart listeners.
Man, the guy's 27 years old. He's talking step up in basis.
He's been listening
rules.
to YMYW.
He's either in the industry or he listens to our show all the time.
Oh, the guy's killing it. A couple of things. All right. So if you sell a capital asset, that's any type of asset that's outside a retirement account, if you are in the lower two brackets, the 10 and 12% tax bracket, there is no capital gains tax. He's also kind of looking at the ACA, ledge there, little American or Affordable Care Act. I don't know where American came into that sentence.
Once you said American, I go, now I'm mixed up myself. Affordable Care Act.
That's Obamacare.
Yeah, that's what we used to call it.
Yeah, I never called it that. People got upset,
but,
wrote me letters.
Yeah. So I think it was me.
So he also gets some subsidies because he's in a fairly low income tax bracket where he's doing the math. He's taking a look at everything. He's looking at his options. He's saying, okay, well, I'm a small business owner. I want to make sure that my income stays in certain levels, certain areas. I'm going to reinvest back into the business. And over the next couple of years, I'm going to keep my income low. And I have some room for me to create more income. Right? So then I could either do a Roth conversion, taking the money from his retirement account and converting that into a Roth IRA, or he could sell some crypto, Dogecoin.
Get a step up in basis. He wants to keep it, right? So
he's going to buy it back.
Right back, which is fine.
It's called tax gain harvesting.
There's no problem with that. It doesn't have to be crypto. It can be anything.
Yeah, there's the wash sale rule is at a loss.
Yeah.
You're selling at a gain.
Right.
So there is no wash sale rule on a gain.
Right.
It's called tax gain harvesting. So you're selling it in that or 0% capital gains bracket and just buying it back.
You can buy it same day. It doesn't really matter.
Correct. Couple of things. He's got a simple plan. There's some rules with the simple. you're putting money into the simple and you want to convert the simple. I don't know if he can convert the simple because it has to be held in place for a certain period of time without penalties.
Like 2 years,
something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think he's already making contributions there. So
sure, got to check that.
Got to check that. I would get rid of the simple altogether and do a solo 401k plan.
Yeah, I like that too. And I would convert the simple if you could. I'd rather do that at age 27 and have all those years of tax-free growth.
For sure. And then buy the crypto in the Roth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be cool.
The next year, what you do is you sell your crypto and then you buy back in the Roth.
Yeah.
And then because he's bullish on the crypto.
Yeah. When you think about your Roth, that's where you want to have the high octane investments.
So you're going to pay tax on that money at the 12% tax bracket. I would be careful with this simple because there could be some penalties there because if you're going to get rid of it, you could maybe convert it. I don't know where you set the thing up. But I would change the simple plan moving forward into a solo 401k plan. You could put a Roth provision on the solo 401k plan. So if you wanted to go Roth, you can put in, to the max of the 401k. So you can put a lot more money into the solo 401k versus the simple.
Right.
If you want to go pre-tax, you can do that too. You can also put on like a profit sharing plan on top of it.
Now he may have employees, so we don't know that.
True. 2070 probably doesn't have employees. But
maybe not. But so you can do a solo or individual 401k if you don't have any employees. If you do, then you would either do a simple IRA or a safe harbor 401k.
Got it. I just realized I set the timer for 8 hours in 23 minutes.
We can do about 100 questions.
So we're good. We are good. Instead of 8 minutes, we got 8 hours.
Okay. Well, we're probably 7 minutes in instead of 7 seconds.
Got it.
You got a minute and a half left.
Okay, right. Thank you.
So, then you buy the crypto back in the Roth, and then that compounds 100% tax-free. So he's already had a huge gain. 9,000 is worth 44.
Yeah.
And then if he's bullish on it, now the 44,000 or whatever that you have in the Roth IRA, whatever amount that you want to purchase in crypto.
And, that's one of those investments that some people think we've just scratched the surface. It's going to be worth a lot more. And some people think it's crazy and it's never going to have any value. So it just depends what your feeling is.
Right. But the only issue is that you have to find a custodian that will hold the crypto.
True.
The standard brokerage firms probably. I mean, what we're seeing is, ETFs and there's some investments that are coming out, but I mean, you can't buy an ETF of Bitcoin. It's a derivative of Bitcoin and
right.
some of these other currencies. So,
yep.
So maybe you can't do that. I don't own any Bitcoin.
I don't either.
I think we should
buy some. Just put it in our Roth.
You guys don't own any crypto at all?
Zero crypto.
No.
What do you personally think about it? Well, I guess that tells what you personally think about it. You're not into it because you don't own it, right?
Well, that's not. I'm totally into it.
We're too busy. We haven't got.
You're just not. You're not financially invested in it.
I'm totally down with some crypto.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, the last conference I went to, I actually kind of reopened my mind on it. So I'm actually open to it again as well. Before I wasn't really.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the future in a lot of different areas. But there's still a lot of unknowns.
Yep.
So anyway, all right, we got to take another break. Show's called Your Money, Your Wealth.
Are you prepared for retirement? Schedule a free financial assessment with an experienced financial professional right online at purefinancial.com.